Job cuts coming to the Ottawa Hospital. A clearer picture today of just how many positions have to go after learning 3% of the workforce will be eliminated. Good afternoon. This is CTV News at 5. I'm Stefan. While many in this province have been pointing out pitfalls in patient care with long wait times to see specialists or even a doctor at the ER, the Ottawa Hospital is prescribing a slash to its workforce with the hopes it will help heal rising budget pressures. And it could mean some 400 jobs lost. CTV's Josh Morano joins us now with the very latest. Josh.
Yeah, Stefan, health officials say they've been trying to find savings for months, but now confirm job cuts are part of the plan. The hospital announcing it plans to reduce its workforce by approximately 400 positions as it looks to close a budget gap set out by the provincial government last fall. The move comes as demand on the system remains high, with advocates warning it could add more strain to an already stretched healthcare system. Officials note the cuts are tied to mounting financial pressures despite increased provincial funding, noting rising costs and population growth continue to put pressure on resources.
The hospital is using garages and gyms and all kinds of portable spaces in order to put patients. This is in our nation's capital. It's ridiculous. It has been unacceptable for years. And now to see massive cuts, 400 staff, there is no possible way that does not impact patient care.
In a statement to CTV News, the hospital says it's working to limit any involuntary departures through early retirement options and vacancy management. The hospital has not provided a timeline for when those cuts could happen, but says it's working with unions to finalize the details. Stefan.
All right, CTV's Josh Morano reporting live for us. Thank you, Josh. The housing crisis isn't just about a lack of supply. More and more we're hearing about the cost of breaking into the real estate market. Now the city is laying out plans to waive millions of dollars in fees and taxes to push developers to build on federal land. CTV's Kimberly Fowler is here to explain. Kimberly.
Well, Steph, late last year, the federal government launched the Build Canada Homes program. That's to help increase the affordable housing supply across the country. And we're hearing more about the city's commitment to help the situation. Details reveal that during a special committee meeting today at City Hall, that Ottawa is the first municipality in Canada to reach an agreement with the government's new Build Canada Homes agency. Mayor Mark Sutcliffe insists the city is not putting any cash into the agreement and are simply foregoing future revenue, calling this deal a game changer for affordable housing, ensuring that units remain publicly owned and affordable for generations to come.
Our commitment in this agreement is to remove costs from the process to make the homes as affordable as possible. So we are waiving property taxes, charges, and fees on the affordable and supportive units. That ensures the lowest cost possible for residents.
The mayor adds that the homes will be built for mixed income communities, with the emphasis being on providing affordable and supportive housing. Now, the city says that 3,000 homes are expected to start construction within the next 12 months, and that they can expect residents to move in about 3 years from now. Steph.
All right, hopefully it works. CTV's Kimberly Fowler reporting live for us. Thank you, Kimberly. More changes are coming to how school boards in this province are governed. Ontario Education Minister Paul Calandra says the government will be introducing significant legislation on school board governance on Monday. The Ottawa Carleton District School Board is among 8 Ontario school boards already under provincially appointed supervisors, with elected trustees suspended from their jobs. Premier Doug Ford has refused to say whether elected trustees will be on the ballot in municipal elections in October. And changes are also coming to post-secondary teacher education programs in this province. The Ford government will table new legislation next week in which teacher education programs would go from the current 4 semesters over 2 years to 3 semesters over 1 year. The province also says more emphasis will be on practicum placements. The proposed changes are expected to come into effect in May of next year. Well, in just a few hours from now, the crew of Artemis 2 will splash down in the Pacific Ocean. It will cap off the history-making 10-day mission to the moon, one that saw humans venture further into space than ever before. CTV's Camille Carmali has the timeline of what is described as the most dangerous phase of the mission.
The first thing that'll happen before the Orion spacecraft hits Earth's atmosphere is losing what's called the service module. Gone are the solar panels, engines, and water and air tanks, leaving just the capsule with the crew inside as it hurtles towards Earth at more than 40,000 kilometers an hour. Air compresses in front of the capsule, creating a plasma fireball. This is the most dangerous part of the entire mission, with temperatures reaching 2,700 degrees Celsius. The spacecraft protected by a heat shield, and the crew inside experiencing controlled temperatures. But the process will make them feel 4 times heavier than they do on Earth. Then, to slow itself down, Orion will deploy 11 parachutes in a carefully planned out order. These chutes slow down the capsule to just over 30 kilometers per hour as it splashes down in the Pacific Ocean just off the coast of California, where a recovery team will greet them. The whole journey from entering the Earth's atmosphere to splashdown expected to take just over 15 minutes. Kamal Kuromali, CTV News, Toronto.
I think it's great to see everybody out here having a great time, having a few beers, hanging out, and challenging ourselves to something that's not second nature, like the mums.
Coming up on CTV News at 5, local girl dads learning new skills will explain how Braids came with a side of beer at an Ottawa bar. And Jackie Perez has our first look at the forecast. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Stefan. So we did see a little bit of rain move through, not much in terms of the snowy weather. So I think there's a little silver lining for today. Overnight, there is still a slight chance we could see a chance of flurries. 0 is going to be those overnight temperatures, but tomorrow we're getting to a daytime high of 9 degrees. And yes, we are anticipating a mix of sun and cloud, mainly sunny skies for our afternoon, but the wind gusts will pick up in the morning with gusts up to 40 kilometers per hour. Right now, though, here in the capital, quite chilly, but spring-like conditions regardless. 4 degrees here in the capital, 4 along the Seaway, slightly warmer in Kingston at 6 degrees. We'll get a closer look at your long-term forecast in just a bit. Now, the early bird prize deadline for the Princess Margaret Home Lottery is midnight tonight. This is the last chance to be entered into the draw to win the $2.6 million early bird prize, a Halliburton lakefront cottage, plus $50,000 in cash. Buy your ticket online at princessmargaretlotto.com or call 1-866-631-1234.
Here's what you need to know. The 55 Plus Lifestyle Show runs today and tomorrow at the EY Centre. You can check out a variety of exhibitors and experts. Admission is free. And now for a quick live check on traffic. The 417 westbound is seeing about a 15-minute delay from Carling to Pinecrest. Eastbound, a 5-minute delay from Pinecrest to Maitland. The 174 eastbound is seeing a 10-minute delay from the split to Jeanne d'Arc. You're watching CTV News at 5. Our popular Team of the Week segment is back. If you want to be a part of our Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week, upload your video to ctvnewsottawa.ca. A local bar hosted a group of girl dads last night, and along with beer, there was also lots of braiding being done. These fathers looking to hairstyling professionals to gain a new skill for their daughters. Here's CTV's Shawn Menard.
Martin Savard's at a pop-up beauty school in a bar. He spent a lot of time brushing his daughter Amelia's hair, but now that she's 5, styling's become important. The Braids and Beers workshop, here to help.
She asked me to do hairstyles. She's like, do this one from I don't know, whatever TV show or movie shows. I'm like, I can't do that. I can do braids. That's all I got. So maybe I can do one more style after tonight. That'd be a success.
8 stylists from the Wild and Free Hair Boutique teaching 30 dads about hair care. Brushing and braiding on the menu tonight, along with a few cold ones at the Three's Company Snack Bar on Bank Street.
Some have never touched hair before. I think some are maybe looking to take the load off of mom a bit at home. Maybe just wanted to learn to do some braids so they can have that bonding moment with their daughters. But yeah, I think they're enjoying it so far. And if some of them come out knowing how to braid, that's a win.
I posted on my own Facebook and said, hey, I want to organize an event like this, Braids and Beers, and have a bunch of dads come out and learn how to do hairstyling for their daughters. And the response within a day was crazy.
Doug Baker came so his 10-year-old daughter won't miss out on those quiet moments of connection. His wife passed away from brain cancer 5 years ago.
It's important for me to take care of some of those maybe more typically mom things that, some people might think are more mom things. So for me, I want to make sure that I can do some of the things. Right now I'm just working on sort of a regular braid, which is good. And then after that, I'll work on doing a French braid, which I think will look very cute on her.
A diverse crowd, some dads here getting a head start with the years of practice ahead of them.
Mine doesn't even have hair yet, but I'm just trying to be a little bit preemptive. I think it's great to see everybody out here having a great time, having a few beers, hanging out, and challenging ourselves to something that's not, it's not second nature like the mums.
Organizers say because of the success, they will be planning more nights for dads to bond over the love they have for their daughters.
And my daughter asked me about it too. She's like, "Are you going to learn how to do different hairstyles tonight?" And I'm like, "Yep."
Shawn Varden, CTV News.
Love that story. A new ride-sharing system may be picking up momentum in the National Capital Region. The city is looking into the possibility of bringing bike sharing back to the region and how to make it a success. That brings us to today's radio question of the day, asking, does Ottawa need a bike share program?
Why does the City Council need to reinvent the wheel at every opportunity? If you're looking for innovation, why not let the company that owns the product innovate? Like, why does it have to have a feasibility study? Why doesn't our mayor just call a mayor of a town that has it, like Calgary, and say, how is that working for you?
Christy Cameron is here with more. Christy, give us your thoughts on this. Clearly, that listener thinks there's way too much red tape.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, you go to cities like Montreal, Vancouver, Toronto. I was in Mexico City. I rented one of these bikes. It's a very common thing, and we already have electric scooters, so why not bikes? The question, though, would be how much money we're spending on it. And, of course, you know me, the dollars and cents do matter. How do we accomplish this? I had two city councillors on the show today, two different ideas and two different models. One, Councillor Menard, who says that, we should do this, maybe a mix of public and private. Maybe the city pays for the docking stations and the private companies then operate and they pay for everything else. Councillor Tierney said the private model makes way more sense, that we're going to waste money, that public dollars should not be put into this up front. And there are private companies that are interested in setting this up here, so we should let them. Now, there are some drawbacks to that. Obviously, if a private company is involved, they can call the shots a little bit more, but we'll see where this goes. No matter what, we are at least 2 years away from this happening in Ottawa because there's more consultation happening in spring of next year.
I don't think I mind it, really. I think if you do it safely and correctly, it can be a very good thing and also justify the number of bike lanes that we're putting into the city infrastructure and sometimes are empty.
Well, I mean, they're definitely way less of a nuisance than the e-scooters, which are fun. They can be both, okay? It's Friday. They can be a menace, but also fun. That's the thing that's going on with e-scooters. We have them. They're here to stay. We hopefully just have to, tell people to be a little bit more safe.
Exactly. On a fun Friday. Thank you, Christy. And you can join the conversation, leave a comment through the Talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. You can listen live to Christy Cameron on News Talk 580 CFRA weekdays from 2 to 6. And now watch Christy on YouTube. Subscribe to the News Talk 580 CFRA channel.
Still working across on it. 1-2 now outnumbered. Zetterlund steps in. High shot off the bow, and it's a good goal.
Coming up on CTV News at 5, only 3 games left for the Ottawa Senators in the regular season, pushing hard to clinch a playoff spot. Here's what else you need to know. It's the final weekend for Sugar Bush season at Stanley's Old Maple Lane Farm. Tour the Heritage Sugar Shack to learn how maple syrup is made. Enjoy a pancake, breakfast, and fresh maple taffy. Sounds good. We'll be right back. Coming up tonight on CTV, after the 6 o'clock broadcast, E-Talk starts at 7, The Big Bang Theory at 7:30, Children Ruin Everything at 8, Happy's Place at 8:30. Then you can watch Celebrity Jeopardy at 9, followed by Boston Blue. Now for another check on the weather forecast, let's head back over to Jackie, who's joining us live in studio tonight. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Stefan. If you missed the sunshine, don't worry. We have plenty in store for tomorrow, but not quite just yet. Here's a live look. There are Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Saw a lot of rain move through today. It's about 4 degrees right now, overcast, so most of the system has moved out of eastern Ontario, but there's still a slight chance that we could see some light rain, perhaps some flurries move through in parts of eastern Ontario. But for now, as we look towards tomorrow morning, mainly sunny skies is what we are anticipating. Sure, we'll get a little bit of cloud cover moving through, but there will be no precipitation, at least for our Saturday. Taking a look at temperature-wise, going to warm up. Let's start off a little cool first, -1 around 7 a.m. We've got those northerly winds moving through, so we could see gusts up to 40 kilometers per hour. It should slow down a little bit in terms of wind, warming up to about 9 degrees, mainly sunny by 4 p.m., but then temperatures will drop to about 5 degrees in the evening. So if you are out and about, take a light jacket with you. Now in the valley, still chance of showers overnight, -5. 10 degrees is going to be the anticipated daytime high. As we look to our friends in the Seaway, again, 1 degree. There is still a slight chance of showers moving through, but very slim chance as well. +9 is going to be the anticipated daytime high with a mix of sun and cloud. Now after Saturday, lots of sunshine, dry conditions. Sunday though, brace yourselves. We are anticipating another weather system moving through. This will likely happen more so Sunday afternoon around supper time, where we will likely see more rainfall moving through. I'm keeping an eye on Ottawa though, because it seems to be focusing mainly in the Kingston-Brockville area. But again, we are keeping a very close eye on this. Temperature-wise for the next 5 days, well, we are trending much warmer. Double-digit temperatures is what we're going to see with the return of by the time we get to Monday, where 17 degrees is the anticipated daytime high. Tuesday, cloudy skies at 12 degrees, but Wednesday we are on track to see another 17-degree day.
Weather is brought to you by Manotick Tree, complete tree care from start to stump.
Get ready, Ottawa. We're giving away tickets to Stars on Ice, where champions shine. See some of Canada's most celebrated skaters, including skating legend Elvis Stojko, at the Canadian Tire Centre on Sunday, April 26th. This is your chance to experience the dynamic new show. All you have to do, enter for your chance to win at ctvottawa.ca. Wishing you the best of luck. So, Saturday, lots of sunshine in store. It's not until we get to Sunday in the evening, so you might be good for Sunday morning and early afternoon that we will likely see some rain moving through the region into Monday. But Stefan, double-digit temperatures is what we're going to be trending for the start of early next week.
Well, you know, I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, Jackie. Here's a look at the stories you're checking out right now on CTV News Ottawa.ca. As we continue to talk about the weather, we've just posted an article on our website, on our homepage, about half an hour ago. It says flood watches are being issued in parts of Eastern Ontario. So the Ottawa River, if you're around Arnprior or Pembroke, you are a part of the flood watch zone. All the details, again, are online on our website. Now, this watch will be in effect until the 17th of April, unless you're notified otherwise. Things could certainly change, but the warm weather, melting temperatures, the rain, it all adds to the possibility of floods in those regions. Again, details at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Coming up for us here on CTV News at 5, why did the beaver cross the road? A surprise sighting today in Alta Vista. Stay with us for that. And if you need gas this evening, one of today's cheapest gas prices can be found at the Petro-Canada station on Terry Fox Drive. Regular gas there tonight is going for 169.9 cents a litre. Here's another live check on traffic. We know that the westbound lanes headed towards Canada are very slow going at this time, but things ease up before you actually get out that far into the West End. They ease around Pinecrest or Woodruff. You're watching CTV News at 5, and we'll be right back.
Pure Country 94.
Texas, I can tell.
Ottawa's home for the best country music. Listen for your chance to win $50,000 with Pure Country's big $50K payday.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Ottawa's favorite cash contest is back, and it's big. Move 100's $50,000 Beat the Bank. 7 vaults. You decide how much to take home. Sound the alarm? You lose it all. Be listening weekdays for your chance to win.
Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. The temperature 4 degrees. And time now for a look ahead to CTV News at 6. Here's Patricia Bull.
Thanks, Steph. Here's what we're working on for 6 o'clock.
The rug was pulled out from under us, and we're back to fighting for access to it again.
An Ottawa family is sharing their story. Their 4-year-old daughter living with a rare disorder. They are now desperately trying to get her access to gene therapy in a race against the clock.
This team on stage is an incredible team, and I've got to get to know them a lot over the years, but even more now.
Liberals from across the country gathering in Montreal for the party's first convention under Prime Minister Mark Carney. CTV's Ottawa Bureau Chief Graham Richardson will join us live from the convention.
It's both mentally and physically, and then of course, psychologically, a wild 30 minutes from separation to splashdown.
We are now under 3 hours away from splashdown as the crew of Artemis 2 heads home after an historic lunar flyby. And former Canadian astronaut Robert Thirsk will join us live in studio ahead of the crew's dramatic return. All of that and more is coming up tonight on CTV News at 6. That's right after the early edition of CTV National News with Heather Butts at 5:30. Steph.
Thank you, Patricia. Before we get to the final 5 stories, breaking news just in. University of Ottawa students just receiving an email suggesting the campus is on lockdown. We'll try to get you more details at 6. Now back to our final 5. Ottawa drivers getting some relief at the gas pumps just in time for the weekend. Gas prices dropped 13 cents a litre at stations in Ottawa and right across the province today. Prices at some local stations this afternoon going for around $1.71 a litre. Prices are expected to go back up next week when refineries switch from winter to summer grade blend gas. St. Lawrence College in Eastern Ontario is merging with Fleming College in Peterborough. The two colleges say the move will benefit both schools, creating broader access to programs and services and better financial sustainability in the long term. St. Lawrence College has 10,000 full-time students at its campuses in Kingston, Brockville, and Cornwall, and enrolled online. An unexpected visitor found its way into the Alta Vista area earlier today. A beaver was seen wandering around on Kilbourne Avenue, and this is not a joke, between Beaver Avenue and Utah Street. Bylaw officers were able to track down the animal hiding out in a backyard shed. They safely relocated it near Brewer Park by the Rideau River.
Still working across on it. 1-on-2 now outnumbered. Zetterling steps in. High shot off the ball, and it's a good goal.
A big game for the Ottawa Senators at home at the CTC last night. The Sens hosting the Florida Panthers and sending them home with just 1 goal past Linus Ullmark in net. On the other end of the ice, the Sens skating off with 5 goals, pushing them even closer to securing a playoff spot. They play again tomorrow afternoon on the road against the New York Islanders.
Can't get it out, loose puck. Foster keeps it in. Here's Whitehead with a lane. His shot scores!
Meanwhile, it wasn't the Ottawa 67's night while on the road in Barrie. The Barber Poles weren't able to shave away a win from the Colts, and the stakes are high as the OHL is already in playoff mode. Final score 4-2 for Barrie in this first game of the second round series. The next game is tomorrow. That is CTV News at 5. I'm Stefan Keys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend.